Well, it's the first day after grafting season. We finished yesterday. Short season. Financially, it was a disastrous season. But health-wise, it may be a blessing in disguise. Because last night at midnight, the shelter-in-place order went into effect. Yeah, that means y'all got to stay home. So I'm okay with that. Nothing new to me. My ex-son-in-law called me yesterday. Yeah. And he said he thought about me the other day, and then he just burst out laughing. His first thought was, I wonder how Ken's doing. And then all of a sudden he just laughed all over himself because he said, Ken, he's had this isolating thing down to a science way before it became popular. He's been doing it for years. He said one day, the world will be in a disaster, and old Waylon will wander down off the mountain and look around and say, well, what happened? because old Waylon's up here in isolation. Yeah, nothing new to me. I got a nice shop to work in, and plenty of toilet paper or leaves or whatever. Might plant some corn, get some corn cobs going around here. It'll be all right. But we need a gas can right now. Need a gas can. Need a fuel pump. Oh, what's that? Oh, right there it is. We need a fuel pump. We need a gas can. We need a battery. That's probably about it. Yeah, let's see. What old Waylon gonna do now? Fire in the hose. I do believe my pants are on fire. Third rattler up. Okay, we're out for a hoopty ride. Let me just turn this thing off so I can, just kind of coast down through here and talk to you a little bit. See, I went to the mailbox and I went up to pick up my garbage can and put a bill in the mail. And coming back, I was up there at the gate, and you can look down over the canyon here, and being in the springtime and the foliage is kind of down, you can see things that you don't see in the summertime when all the weeds are all growed up. So I spotted an old wheel down here and a barrel and just a couple things I hadn't noticed before. And so I came down here to investigate a little bit. And I thought, I don't remember seeing that barrel, but let's just flip it over and see what kind of barrel it is and what might be in it. And I grabbed onto it. So, what are we going to do? Well, I thought about something that might be kind of fun for you guys since you're here. Let's go out back. Let's get in the old hoopy. I'm standing here by the hoopy. Let's get in the old hoopy and run out back and see what we can get into. Yeah, I thought we ought to do something fun, you know. There's so much doom and gloom going on in the world right now that just thought I'd invite you fellers over and just do something fun for a change. We've been working real hard. The grafting season's all done now, so Victor's on his way home, and I'm here ready to just visit with you guys for a little bit. Last time old Fred was started was in 2016, so not that long ago. The guy that came and got that lathe, that 1900 Lodge Shipley, see if I can talk, 1900 Lodge Shipley lathe, metal lathe. My friend Shanico Jeff, ironclad, he came and got that lathe because that kind of fit into his operation. That's one of your favorites, isn't it?
It's
Fred
my favorite.
Fred the flatbed.
Oh yeah, this is his. Talk about this thing all the time. All the time.
Oh, flip the switch on your left. There is the fuel pump.
Huh?
No, it don't have a choke. Oh, you got it. Just turn the key and it'll go. What, starter? But he loved old Fred. He always loved Fred, and so when he came to get that lathe, well, he got to fire old Fred up, and he kind of enjoyed that. By the way, Jeff, I never did talk to you about this, but you know, that little Gibson tractor you sold me, I passed that on, and I did not sell that to make money, and I did not take advantage of your generosity. I wanted you to know that. There was a young guy come along, and he wanted that thing so bad, man. And I had plenty of projects, and I sold it to him for just what you sold it to me for. You know, we got to keep these young guys interested in this hobby, this old iron and stuff. It's always nice when a young guy comes along that's interested in that old iron. So that's what happened to that little tractor. I felt kind of bad about selling it, but that was the deal. It was a young guy, and he wanted it so bad. He was really interested. And I've always said my YouTube channel was for the young guys, to show a young guy that you don't have to have $40,000 to build a car or a hot rod and have a good time. You know, if they can look at my YouTube channel and see some of this old stuff and some of the things I build, and they go, you know, the hope is that they'll go, you know, if that old crazy old guy can do it, I can do it too, and I can do it for $3,500. I don't have to have $35,000 to do it. So that's kind of what my channel's always been about, was in the hopes that some young guy would be inspired, and there's been some of that. I've had some emails, people confirm that, so that's cool. But anyway, yeah, Jeff, I just wanted you to know that I passed that on to a good home and a young man who was really, really wanting to get that tractor going. So, good deal. Anyway, I borrowed a battery. Yeah, I borrowed a battery out of the old Blue Diamond. Let's see which cable is. I'll show you guys here. I got a cable that's the clamps all gone off of it, but we'll just use some vice grips. That's fine, you know. It's no big deal. I was trying to figure out which way this thing goes in. Okay, that's the one off the starter. This is oh, wait a minute. This one's off the starter. This one is the ground. I'm confused. Don't take much. Well, maybe they'll reach. I'll get y'all up here where you can see what I'm seeing. Yeah, sure enough, I think I put it in backwards, but it might reach. No, it ain't gonna reach. That's the wrong kind of battery there. Let's see if we can get by. See, the cable's gone, or the clamp's gone. You know, just something. Well, we'll just clamp it down with the old vice grips, and that'll be good enough, maybe. I don't know. We'll see if we can get enough contact there. They don't always do things the proper way around here, you know. Well, we seldom do things the proper. Okay, we never do things the right way, okay? There we go. Like I said, I don't know how much juice is in this old battery, but we may have to give it a little jump. I'm just hoping my little vice grip setup will work there. If it don't, oh, I broke that clamp too. That lead busted on that. Oh, everything about this is wrong. So that's just right, ain't it? I got a couple of them little old cheap old clamps that just clamp down on that though, and if I have to, I'll go that route. Let's see what we got here as far as a fuel setup. I've done up and went and come up here without my fuel pump, so I'm gonna have to go get it. I'll be right back, fellas. Man, I need my footstool out here. I'm too short. I'm trying to figure out what this. Why do we have a piece of baling wire on there? What is that for? Yeah, you know. It's been 4 years. I don't think I want to pump that old gas into this thing. That old gas is probably pretty nasty. I've lost my fuel pump again. I went to get it. I know I brought it out here, and now I don't know what I did with it. Come on. Come on. Come on. He's not coming out. I pulled that fuel pump, that electric pump, and brought it out here. I'm pretty sure I brought it out here, but I pulled it off that motor and laid it down somewhere, and I cannot find it to save my neck. And it hadn't been 10 minutes, more than 10 minutes ago that I did that. And I've looked in the hoopy and on the hoopy and all around the hoopy and on the welding table and on the other project table and in my office and even in the house, and you know, because you never know me, I might have went and put it in the refrigerator or something. I don't know. But it ain't nowhere to be found. Well, what I'm going to have to do is pull the line off the tank and shove it down in a can of gas and use the other fuel pump. I've got electric fuel pump installed on this thing. So, you know, I guess there ain't nothing left to do but just do it. Quit whining about it. What in the world did I do with that stinking fuel pump? This just got me bumfuzzled. Here's the end that goes in the tank. Let's see if that fuel pump picks up. We'll see if it gets quiet or not. Now that y'all up there, careful now, hang on. Oh yeah, quiet right down, didn't it? Well, that battery sure didn't last long, did it? I was afraid of that. Come on. Yeah, let's pump fuel up to it yet. Whoa, there we go. Oh, there we go. Means I got that old stinking old cable with no end on it and a dead battery, and I'm not getting a good ground. I'm just gonna go get a different battery. Hang on, guys, I'll be back. So I got these worthless little things that everybody hates, you know, but they sure come in handy sometimes for these old beaters. You know, I wouldn't run them on my good car, you know, I wouldn't have them on my Impala, but, you know, in a pinch, they'll get you out of a bind. Horrible, isn't it? This is really some sad mechanicking right here. But I'm off the hook, because I always tell everybody I ain't no mechanic. Don't know nothing about cars, working on cars. Don't know nothing about motors, engines, or whatever you want to call them. I just no hillbilly, but I sure am having fun. Like this old iron. All right, boy, that old pump is making a lot of noise, but I don't see any gasoline in my filter. So we don't know if we're there yet or not. This is making me think we might not have spark. We gotta have spark. No. I'm thinking we ain't got no juice. Let me pull the distributor cap. Let's see what things look like in here. I'm gonna ground this plug wire and take a look at it. Let me make sure I got the ignition on. Well, it's a very weak spark. It's a very faint little red spark instead of a bright, snappy blue one, you know. So that takes me back to the point. And make sure the gap's good. Before I was just kind of opening the points with a screwdriver. So now I'm gonna spin it with the starter and see how the points are firing or not, or whatever they're doing. Well, they're not firing. Well, these points look really bad. I don't know if this is going to focus or not. I can't tell. Let's see if I can get a little closer here. It's going to focus. Anyway, they look really bad. So I'm gonna give them a bit of a filing and see if that doesn't make a difference. I think it will. They're pretty bad. They're not pitted. They're just, I don't know, kind of burnt. Well, that looks quite different. They were coated, heavily coated with carbon. Now, maybe you can see that. I don't know. But, well, I filed them good and cleaned them up, so. Yeah, I can see why they weren't firing. Maybe they will now. Well, for Pete's sake. Oh. Okay, I followed those points. They look good. Gapped them. And I don't know if you can see what I just spotted, but it'd probably help if I put that coil wire in. Yeah. Let's see what happens. You reckon I ought to dump a little more gas in there, Brown? I think I ran out of fuel. The fuel pump's running a little bit quieter. Maybe it's going to pick it up. Boy, that's a good motor. That is a good tight motor. It sounds so good. This would have come out in 1950. This would have come out with a 216, I do believe. Somebody's upgraded it. Boy, it's a nice motor. Don't know if the pump's working. Huh, just not sure. Why it won't run on its own yet. Seems to run as long as I keep giving it fuel, giving it pedal. But we'll rattle down. buddy. There you go. Ooh, he's pointing right at me. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, he's pointing right at me. Old Fred the flatbed, 1950 Chevy, 1.5 ton. And he should have had a 2-speed, should have had a vacuum 2-speed in it, but somebody swapped out the hind end on it, which is a real shame. I would have loved to have that 2-speed. It's got the lever right here for shifting. You know, low, there's high. Yeah, Fred's a good looking old boy. We got something leaking under there. I'm going to, a big surprise. I'm going to shut the camera off and just take a look, see what that is. And maybe tomorrow we'll, what do you think? Pump up the brakes and put some clean gas in that tank. If you drain that tank, you put in some fresh fuel and fill up the master cylinder and lead the brakes and maybe go for a little ride. Y'all want to do that? All right. I just know one thing. I appreciate you.